Welcome. My name is Peter Strong. I am a professional psychotherapist based in Boulder, Colorado, and I offer Skype counseling therapy for anxiety and depression and other common psychological problems that benefit from mindfulness therapy, and that's what I specialize in. So Skype counseling therapy using mindfulness is very effective for anxiety in particular. It teaches you how to work with the emotions and the thoughts that cause your anxiety. And this is the most important thing, changing the habitual reactive process that creates anxiety. So with mindfulness, we look closely at these reactive habitual processes and we bring consciousness to them. That is mindfulness. We bring conscious awareness to these habits. And when you bring consciousness to a habit, that makes it very much easier to change that habit. The real driving force behind all emotional habits is simply unawareness, the absence of consciousness. So, we learn how to actually meditate on our emotions. We bring our emotions into the mind and we look at them like we would look at an object. We examine them and we watch for the reactive processes that support them and feed our emotions. When we see the reactive processes at work, we simply consciously acknowledge them and break that habit of reactive identification, whereby we simply become swallowed up by reactive thinking, by negative thinking, and by negative beliefs. So we learn how to see the mind without becoming controlled by it. We watch thoughts without becoming lost in those thoughts. We watch our emotional reactions without becoming lost in those emotional reactions. In this way, we quite quickly can become free from those habits. And when you free yourself from the habits, then you free yourself from the essential underlying cause of our anxiety or depression. And that's what makes mindfulness therapy so effective, because it really gets to the underlying cause of your suffering, rather than just talking about your emotions or treating your emotional symptoms with some medications. So talk therapy in the usual sense of the word isn't really getting to the root of the problem. Medications, of course, do nothing to change the underlying cause of your anxiety or depression. So it's important to understand that anxiety and depression is a habit, and that habit is what we work on changing through developing a very conscious and very open and non-reactive relationship with that habit. So this approach works extremely well for anxiety. It works well for specific forms of anxiety, such as OCD. It helps us break free from those reactive and intrusive thoughts. It helps us overcome chronic worry. It works well with health anxiety, which has a set of specific triggers associated with health and perceived illness. It works very well with all kinds of fear, and including phobias, and agoraphobia is particularly susceptible to mindfulness therapy. Many of my clients suffer from agoraphobia. And that's why they seek me, because I offer online therapy, which is, of course, very convenient if you're suffering from agoraphobia. I also see lots of people that suffer from anxiety around driving. So driving phobia is another common condition that I work with using mindfulness therapy. It works extremely well. Most people see results quite quickly when they start taking this very direct, focused approach, looking at the actual mechanism that produces your anxiety or depression. So you should expect to see changes after 3 or 4 sessions with me. Substantial changes, significant improvements in your welfare, and significant reduction in the intensity of episodes of anxiety or depression. So if you'd like to get started with me and you'd like to schedule an online therapy session via Skype, do please contact me and let's get started. You'll see changes even after that very first session with me, once we start applying the mindfulness methods that I've developed over the years. And I will teach you these methods so you can apply them yourself. And this is what's most important. So you can actually start to develop the mindfulness therapy methods for yourself and practice them at home between sessions. This is what really makes the difference and makes mindfulness therapy so very effective for the treatment of anxiety and depression. So contact me if you'd like to schedule a session. If you have any questions, please ask them. Please feel free to tell me more about your specific struggles, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, and then we can schedule a session at a time that works for both of us. Thank you.